Hello, my name is Brad Potzner. I'm a sergeant at the Barton County Sheriff's Office, and I am one of the 3 instructors for the Hoisington Lincoln School Elementary D.A.R.E program that we have up here this year. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for showing up and supporting our students today, and hopefully you'll have a good time today. I would like to introduce our guests and the other D.A.R.E officers real quick. Over here on the end is our keynote speaker today, the voice of KHOK Radio, Scott Donovan. We have the ever popular Mr. Charles over here on the end. I hear some laughing. Is he not popular? Yes, maybe. How many think he's popular? All right, there we go. All right, very good. We also have Chief of Police for Hoisington, Chief Kenton Does. Fellow D.A.R.E instructor, Sergeant David Smith. Lieutenant Stephen Bellinger, another D.A.R.E officer up here, and myself, Brad Potzner. Oh, did he do the Vulcan thing? I could do that too. That's one of my favorite shows, but I digress. Anyway, again, I just want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. If I did not have enough programs, let me know. I'll print up some more, but hopefully everybody got one. But again, welcome and thank you. Hope you have a great time today. That was short? Well, that's what you get for putting me at the welcoming.
Well, since he's really short, unlike me, over the last 10 weeks, we have had the privilege to come in here, and I guess it's probably been longer because we missed a few weeks and they missed a few weeks, but over the last 10 weeks, we've had the privilege to come in here and we've talked about all kinds of stuff like bullying and decision-making and things like that. And in order for the students to graduate today, they had to accomplish 5 things. They had to have good attendance. They had to participate in class. They had to make sure that they didn't have bullying, no bullying or drug violence or drugs. And one of the other, there's 4. What else? Oh, the main one that I forgot, the essays, which they all loved, right? You guys all love the essays. You guys all lived through the essays. You guys thought it was going to be the worst thing ever, and you lived. But anyway, we had them write essays about what they do and learn throughout the class. And today we picked 6, 2 from each class. But I would encourage each parent, if your student's not up here reading their essay, I would encourage you to read their essays. They're really good. And sometimes if you keep their essays, and you might want to hand it to them when they get ready to enter high school and say, hey, remember what you wrote in 5th grade? Comes in handy. So this time, I will let Lieutenant Billinger's class go first.
My class, I have 2 outstanding students who were phenomenal in their essays, and they're going to knock it out of the park. And we're going to start with Soraya Cox.
Do you know what D.A.R.E is? D.A.R.E is Drug Abuse Resistance Education. I really like the lesson about communicating effectively. I think the class about responsible reporting bullying was a good choice. I also really enjoyed the lesson about needing help. I feel that D.A.R.E taught me a lot and helped others with deciding on things like communicating effectively, responsible reporting bullying, and asking for help. I like the lesson about communicating effectively in a nice and loyal way without yelling at them. I remember that my team did a communicating effectively skit, and one person has cigarettes, and she asked if we wanted some. We said, no, thank you, and then we stated why we don't want some. It will help me in the future, so I won't start an argument and turn it into a fight. Communicating effectively is important to me, so I won't make the mistake of saying things in a mean way. Effective communication will let me be successful. Responsible reporting bullying was a good lesson. I remember that my team did a skit for our D.A.R.E officer. I will use this in the future to help in many ways. It's important to me because bullying happens to many people and I want it to stop. Bullying can cause the victim to do something to harm themselves. The last lesson I want to talk about is about needing help. I remember that my team did a play, and we acted like one person was doing homework and the other was sitting down. The person asked for help, but the other person didn't help. Someone else helped him with his homework. It'll help me in the future to remember to help others. It's important to me because some people need help, but others just ignore them. In conclusion, D.A.R.E helped me make the right decisions and taught me a lot. I really like this lesson about communicating effectively, responsible reporting bullying, and needing help. It will help me stay drug-free because a drug can get you addicted fast and alcohol harms my body. I'm very happy that Lieutenant Billinger came and visited us and that D.A.R.E was created.
Outstanding. And to follow that up, it's very difficult, but I'm just going to be done here today. Trace Schroeder.
Did you know there are more than 200 known harmful chemicals in tobacco? This is the reason to take D.A.R.E, to learn about harmful things. The first lesson I'm going to talk about is making safe and responsible choices. The next lesson I'm going to talk about is evaluating your decisions. The final lesson I'm going to talk about is responsibly reporting bullying. I like D.A.R.E because we learned how to resist drugs. Lesson 3 is about making safe and responsible choices. I remember my group and I did a skit about saying no to cigarettes. This lesson would have helped me when my old friend pressured me to smoke a cigarette. This lesson is important to me because we learned how bad cigarettes are for us and how many chemicals they have in them. It will make me a better person because I will never smoke cigarettes or be pressured to smoke again, and I won't have tar in my lungs. Evaluating your decisions was a good lesson. My group and I talked about how to calm down and not get angry. If I get mad, I do not want to break someone's nose or arm. This lesson is important to me so I can keep my anger under control and not hurt anybody. I want to keep friends and not hurt anyone. And I do not want to go to jail because of my anger. I also like the lesson on responsibly reporting bullying. My group and I talked about responsibly reporting bullying. If I see someone being bullied, I will tell a teacher or an adult that I trust. I do not want my friends to get bullied. Now I will be able to tell a teacher to protect my friends and make new friends. D.A.R.E taught me how to resist drugs. My 3 favorite lessons were making safe and responsible choices, evaluating decisions, and responsibly reporting bullying. Making safe and responsible choices will help me stay drug-free. Violence can be caused by bullying, so I know how to report bullying to an adult. I want to thank Lieutenant Billinger for coming to teach us almost every week.
For Mrs. DeLiesle's class, we're going to start off with Kyle.
D.A.R.E. What is D.A.R.E? Well, you're about to find out. D.A.R.E stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. And I'm going to tell you 3 topics I liked in D.A.R.E. I'm glad I was taught about resistance strategies. Without those, how would we avoid certain situations that involve beer and cigarettes? For example, a strange guy with a cigarette asks if you want one. The strategies you could choose from include avoiding the situation, strength in numbers, walking away, saying no while giving a reason or excuse, or changing the subject. Strength in numbers, walking away, saying no while giving a reason or excuse is correct. I hope these strategies helped you. They surely helped me. Let's go to the next one. So now it's time to talk about making safe and responsible choices. I've made a fair amount of good and bad, but today we're focusing on making good choices. So sometimes making a good choice can be tricky, so you want to look at the situation in a different way. So maybe try to envision the good consequences and the bad. After you envisioned your consequences, now you can make your decision. I hope this helped you make good decisions. Now it's our last subject, and it's signs of stress. We can show stress in many ways, and sometimes it can be bad stress or good stress. But today we're focusing on bad stress. Things that can happen when you're stressed is you start blushing, your voice might get louder, and you might feel mad or sad. Some ways you can reduce stress is go outside, count, or watch a movie. So you can basically reduce stress in any way. So I hope this helped. So in conclusion, I think D.A.R.E was a great program, and other schools should have it. Also, I think Sergeant Potsner was a great D.A.R.E officer, and he should get a medal for greatest D.A.R.E officer. He taught us so much, from resistance strategies to signs of stress. I'm glad we had D.A.R.E because it did not just teach me, but it taught other kids. But at the end of the day, I'll always remember D.A.R.E, and I'll always think it was a great program.
And next will be Riley.
Have you done D.A.R.E? I have. D.A.R.E is very educational and gives tips about difficult situations. D.A.R.E means Drug Abuse Resistance Education. I thought the class about drugs was very factual. I also really liked the class about alcohol. I thought it was very interesting. Another lesson I thought was interesting was about tobacco. I really liked D.A.R.E. I will use all the things I learned in D.A.R.E in the near future. The lesson about drug use I thought was very factual. I learned that drugs could seriously harm your health. I'll never ever do drugs. Did you know that illegal drugs could damage your brain, heart, and other important organs? An illegal drug called cocaine could cause heart attacks, even in kids and teens. Drugs will permanently change your body and life. The lesson on alcohol is very interesting and factual. Alcohol can slow your brain and nerves. Alcohol shuts down half your brain. 1/3 of people consume alcohol. Did you know that the heaviest drinking is in Russia and Europe? Another lesson I thought was interesting was a lesson about tobacco. Smoking is really bad for your health. Did you know 8.6 million people in the U.S. have a serious illness from smoking? Don't smoke. If you smoke, you'll end up having black lungs and bad breath. I really like D.A.R.E. I will use everything I learned in D.A.R.E. in the future. D.A.R.E has been a program for 35 years. I wish I could do D.A.R.E longer. I think every 5th grade class in the state should do D.A.R.E.
And I'll turn it back over to Sergeant Smith.
For Mrs. Sanders' class, first one will be Anakin Davis.
Did you get to do D.A.R.E when you were in 5th grade like I did? I was surprised about the facts of drugs and tobacco use. I liked the information the signs of stress lesson taught me. I also liked what the risky situation stuff taught me. I learned a lot about D.A.R.E and I think every 5th grader should do it. Lesson 2 was about how alcohol and tobacco hurts your health. We did a situation in our D.A.R.E book to help us understand better what alcohol and tobacco does to our bodies. I don't want to hurt my body with tobacco and alcohol. The next lesson I want to talk to you about was about how to control your emotions and calm down when you are stressed. I remember this was the first time we screamed D.A.R.E Day after class. If I am in a bad or frustration situation, I know how to calm down. I will calm down and not hurt things or other people. It taught me to calm down and not hurt others' feelings when I'm angry. The lesson about risky situations and how to make good choices when in them was great. We talked to our partners about risky situations from our books. So now I know what to do when I am in a risky situation. I don't want to make a bad choice when I am in a risky situation. D.A.R.E is a good learning experience that teaches you important skills and dangers of drugs. My 3 favorite lessons were drugs and tobacco use, signs of stress, and risky situations. D.A.R.E taught me how harmful drugs are and they are illegal. By teaching me how to solve problems without violence, I'll be able to avoid violence. D.A.R.E was really fun and I think every 5th grade class should do it.
And the last one will be Jaden Turner.
Did you know that there are 75,000 alcohol-related deaths each year in the United States? If not, you could learn this with a little research. My favorite lesson is where we talked about alcohol use. One of the other lessons I will talk to you about is tobacco use. And last but not least, I want to talk to you about making smart and responsible choices. I felt like I really learned a lot from the D.A.R.E lessons. I want to talk to you about alcohol use. And I think the facts might affect your opinion about alcohol. This will help me because I do not want anything happening later on in life if I drink. I know that alcohol will hurt my ability to play sports. This lesson is important to me because it gives me good facts about alcohol. I think D.A.R.E will make me a better person because I know if I drink, I could have memory loss or loss of self-control. Now I want to talk to you about tobacco use. If you think tobacco is okay, I think this will change your mind about tobacco. I remember talking about tobacco and that smokers can have more colds and upper respiratory problems. This will help me in the future since I want to do my dream of being in Major League Baseball. I do not want tobacco getting in the way of my dream. This lesson will help me when I grow up so I will not abuse tobacco because it has 200 known harmful chemicals that can harm me. Not doing tobacco will make me a better person and I will live a longer life. Finally, I want to talk to you about making smart and responsible choices. I think it is a good topic. I remember in class, my group had to talk about what to do if someone tried copying my homework. I will use this when I grow up because I can remember not to cheat. This lesson is important to me because I can make smarter choices later on in life. D.A.R.E will make me a better person when I get older so I make the right choice instead of the wrong choice. In conclusion, I really liked D.A.R.E and I learned a lot from the classes. I really liked learning about alcohol use, tobacco use, and making smart and responsible choices. D.A.R.E will help me stay drug-free because I learned how harmful drugs and tobacco are to a human body. D.A.R.E can help me avoid violence because I know to make safe and responsible choices. I just want to thank Sergeant Smith for coming and spending time to teach me the right things to do when I get older.
Okay, as Sergeant Potsner said earlier, our guest speaker today really doesn't take too much of an introduction. He's the voice of KHOK, so I will let you, Scott Donovan.
Sorry, I could talk there, that's fine, no problem. Thanks. How y'all doing today, good? Hey, thanks for having me. When I started in radio, it was like 35 years ago, which is a lot longer than most of your parents have been alive, I'm sure. Anyway, it was over here at Hoisington, actually, and the radio station was right across from, anybody know? The tap room. Yeah. That's what the radio station was years ago, and I used to work from midnight to 6 when we were live all the time and doing stuff. So that's where I started, and there was March's Daylight Donuts right next door. And so at 3 o'clock, they'd come over and start making donuts. So that's how I got the size that I am today, because of March's Daylight Donuts. Congratulations to your essay winners today. Way to go. Give them a big round of applause one more time. Talk about some good things. Good luck with the baseball. Yeah, that was awesome. And the kid talked about calming down, right? Just calming down in certain situations and making sure that you were going to be able to handle those situations. That's very important. Riley, you talked about some loud statements, some promises, and some things that you were going to do throughout your lifetime, which is incredible. And I think that's awesome. Kyle and Tracy, both of you guys talked about really choices, right? And how we have choices to make in life. And Sierra talked about groups, and I thought that was very important because a lot of times we get together and we do a lot of things as a group, right? And the groups may change over the years. So you start out now doing certain things, and then all of a sudden, when you go to high school, you go to middle school, maybe it's not the same group that you were before. So I need all of these folks right here to come on up here, if you will. Okay, I'm going to use you all as an example of what I'm going to talk about today, because it all deals with groups. So I'll take the, I'm sorry, what's your name? What is it? Colin. Oh, Colin, there we go. I used to talk like that too, and then I had to get on the radio and talk loud and stuff. Colin, why don't you stand right here? Okay? You're facing me, if you would. This is very important. So I need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 to stand right like this. All right, Colin, kind of a little V situation there. Just back a little bit. Scoot back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, this is a participation speaking event, by the way. And then I need the rest of you to be right here, okay, just like that. All right? What do you think these guys represent today? What do you think? They represent a pretty good group, right? Anybody know about shining bottoms? I always like to talk about shining. What is shining bottoms? Anybody? What is it? You know? Tell me. What is it? It's a refuge, maybe? Yeah. Wetlands, yeah. Biggest refuge around in North America. What do you find out there? A lot of birds, right? What kind of birds do you see? Geese. Lots of geese. Well, thank you. What's your name?
Hannah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to talk about. Do we have as much sense as a goose? So welcome your geese, everybody. Give them a big round of applause. Okay. This is going to be good. So you're going to lead everybody, okay? So what do geese do? You have to flap. Is it Colin? You have to flap your, no, you have to flap during the whole speech. And it only lasts about 45 minutes, Colin. All right with that? Everybody flap their wings. Okay? Follow Colin. This is our group. This is our group of geese. Yay! Let's hear it for the group of geese. Here's the question. All right? Why did they fly in a V formation? Because they get 71% more power when they fly in a V formation as a group. Isn't that incredible? You ever see a goose just flying by himself? Yeah, you do every once in a while. But it creates an uplift for the bird by flying in the V formation, and the whole flock can fly a lot farther when they fly together. So hang in there, all you got is like 25 more minutes of flapping your wings. Not a big deal. You'll be fine. So what happens if Cullen gets a little tired in the V formation? What? He moves to the back. Absolutely. So we're going to let you move to the back, and we're going to have another goose fly right in front. Because you've been listening and you've been watching Cullen, and you realize that he's been tired and doing it for miles and miles and miles, right? Forever. So all of a sudden you're going to help him out. And you're going to move to the front. Because you're one of the stronger ones that can carry the group. It's very important to do that. Sometimes as a group, maybe the person that's head of it all of a sudden makes some different decisions, right? Some different choices that you guys talked about. And so they may move to the back for a little while, and the lead goose can do that. What about if somebody falls out of the group? Right? What happens if somebody falls out of the group? What's your name?
Corbin.
Corbin, you're going to fall out of the group. Come on over here with me, Corbin. Still fly, though. Y'all are still flying. So what happened to Corbin? What happened to Corbin? Maybe you just got tired, right? What's that? Somebody might have taken a shot at him, right? How would you? That would be sad. It could happen, right? So if that happens, though, if he comes out of the group, guess what also happens? Two of his friends come with him and hang out with him. Always, when one goose comes out of the flying V formation, y'all just almost messed up your V. Come on, straight up here. I'm just go ahead. Keep on flying. When that happens, though, you guys have to flap too, because he's not down on the ground yet. You guys are still flapping. There you go. When that happens, there will always be two geese that will go help him. Just like in society, right? If somebody falls away from the group, if somebody falls out of what we normally do, don't we try to help them out a little bit? Try to go over there and say, hey man, can I help you out? What's going on? Maybe I've been bullied or something like that. Well, I tell you, it's quite interesting because they never do it alone. And so, once you're feeling better, it's a Corbin, right? Once you're feeling better and life is okay, guess what? You gotta fly back into the group. And your friends help you out. So go ahead and get back into the group. I did forget one thing. This is the most important part. What do geese do? How do you know when there's a group of geese coming over? They what? They honk. So y'all need to honk as loud as you can. Honk, honk. Now this portion only takes about 15 minutes, so just keep on going. Keep on honking. Why do geese honk? What is that? Why do they do that? That encourages each other. That encourages the goose in front of them. Yeah, keep on honking, you're good. It's all good. So yeah, they hunt from behind to encourage the ones out front to keep up the speed. That's a big part of it too. So if you honk back here louder, that means the person up front isn't going fast enough. Does that make sense? So you gotta kick it in the rear. So that's a big part of it too. And so as we talk about this, it is kind of interesting to see if we have as much sense as a goose. You guys are doing so well. I just want you to continue. It's awesome. Give our friends a big hand for helping out today. Will you do that? Thank you all. You can all sit down. You can all sit down now. That is cool. But when you think of it, you never fly alone, right? There's always somebody helping them out. And when they get tired of honking and they get tired, and something else may happen, and if they do happen to get wounded by gunshots, then they have somebody there to help them out with protection and to help them do what they do. So, if we have as much sense as a goose, we will stand by each other in difficult times, and that will make us stronger than we actually are today, which is very important. So, yes, what a great job I have. I have the opportunity every morning to get up early and to go and have a little fun on the radio. And my friend Shannon is over here. Wave Shannon, she's my new morning show partner. We just started a month ago, so give her a big round of applause too. She's pretty much carrying the show. And I invited her here today so she can come and do that too. I remember doing the same thing you guys did back in the 6th grade. I went to school, the Holy Family School in Great Bend. I grew up in Great Bend, and I had to do an essay contest back then. Civic oration, we actually had to give up give the speech without any cards or notes. That was kind of tough. But it sure was a good time. I had the opportunity to move on and do that. I was also a national rep for the Boy Scouts of America for 2 years, and I traveled all over the country and spoken in front of scouts and families and so on and so forth. So keep it going is what I'm telling you. It's kind of fun, and it's a good time. And you guys do a wonderful job. Each and every one of you had a different style that I enjoyed. So keep it going and enjoy the day. And keep on honking, you guys, okay? I promise. Well, no, there was a joke in it. It's all good, all right? But now you know you have as much sense of a goose. So thank you all very much. Have a great afternoon.
Okay. Mrs. Applegate, are you here? Yes, it's time to get your certificates.
Callie, you want to start off? Callie Brown. Soraya Cox. Jessica. Trenton Grubb. Sadie Hawthorne. Hannah Hopkins. Kyler Jensen. Caleb Lamb. Kara Maddox. Carson Mason. Camden Myers. Trey Schroeder. And Willie Shook.
All right, you guys go and have a seat. Good job. Put your hands together for Mrs. DeLiesel.
Austin Brock. Melody Brady. Corbin Frolick. Marcus Ingram. Casey Robert Keener. Kyle Kencher. Colin Motter. Gentry Schramer, Myson Sen, Annabelle Stowers, Zeta Urban, Ella Van Syke, Riley Vaughn,
Mrs. Sanders,
Claire Berzer, Anakin Davis, Leighton Hoffman, Layla Keener, Maddie Colas, Fabian Lopez, Kelsey Meyer, Mason Martin, Taylon Morales, Josie Mosier, Ethan Nye, Alexis Orozco, Lissa Shui, and Jaden Turner.
We would like for our 3 classroom teachers to step up here for a moment, if they would, please. I just want to say a few words about these special ladies that I certainly appreciate we all appreciate the time that they allow us to come into their classrooms. We're there for about an hour in the mornings, which takes away from their teaching time. But I just wanted to bring them all up here and say thank you for allowing us to come into your classrooms. And we have a small token of our appreciation for you guys to allow us to do that. So. These ladies are really great. They obviously bond with the kids and allow us to come in and do our classes with them, and we just can't say enough about how great these 3 ladies are. So just one more round of applause for them, and we'll let them go back. Thank you, ladies. And I'll turn it over to Lieutenant Billinger.
Okay, kind of to wrap this special day up, I just want to congratulate all the students, thank the teachers and the parents, because what it is, it's a triangle of support. We have on one side the police, and one side the school, and the last, the parents, all working together to keep you drug and violence free and have a wonderful life. I really appreciated coming in here. We have wonderful kids here. Thank you, parents. You've done a great job. And to end the total program, we're going to do what we always like to do. My class is always the loudest. What? Because I always had my secret weapon, my whistle. So, if I get all the kids to stand up, please. On the count of 3, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you. We are concluded. We're going to have some cake, cookies, refreshments. Refreshments over here in the corner. And we're done. Thank you.